Hi, folks. Mr. Rec here. Sorry, I was not able to make it there with you today, but I'll be back tomorrow. Today we continue, and it's probably good that I was able to make a quick screencast for this because today we're just using addition and subtraction to solve inequalities. Very, very similar to what we've done with equations from last chapter, but today we work with that same idea but with inequalities. So let's jump right into the practice problems. I don't anticipate many issues at all. Question number 1, we have x minus 3 is less than -4. I'm just going to add 3 to both sides here, and x would be less than -1. There's my final answer. We talked yesterday and in the past about the fact that this means this will be an open dot, so I'm just going to put 0 in, and I'll also put negative on my number line, -1, open dot, and my arrow to the left. So again, I don't need you to put every single number on the number line, just 0 and whatever the pertinent number is. Here, h happens to be on the opposite side. We're still going to approach it the same way. I'm going to add 3 to both sides. So what I end up with is 0 is greater than h. And I want to make sure, before I graph that, I'm going to turn that around. And I'm going to put h in 0 down because that's how we read. And notice the alligator is eating 0. So whenever you go to write it so that you can graph it easily, again, I mentioned it yesterday, make sure your variable is on the left. It's definitely going to be to your benefit. So I'll put 0 on my number line, again, an open dot, and I'm having my arrow to the left. Next problem here, number 3, we have some double negatives, so I'm just going to quickly change that to s plus 1 is greater than or equal to 2. Subtract 1 from both sides, giving me s greater than or equal to positive 1. Put my 0 in, my 1. This is closed now because it's or equal to, my arrow's to the right. I'm going to combine like terms in this question. I have -3 plus u less than -2. Add 3 to both sides to get u by itself. And we're looking at u is less than 1. I have 0 and 1, open dot, and my arrow's going left. So you can see nothing drastically different than what we did last section, or last chapter rather. It's just that now we have graphs involved with these inequalities. I'll combine these like terms. So that'll give me 12 is less than or equal to c plus 10. So I just combine those like terms, subtracting 10 from both sides. So I have 2 is less than or equal to c. Again, I'm going to rewrite that so that c is on the left, 2 is on the right, and the alligator continues to eat the c. 0, I have 2, it's filled in, and my arrow's to the right. And in number 6, I'll combine like terms again on the right-hand side here, and I'm sorry, on the left and the right-hand side. I'm going to do that in the same step. You guys should be okay with that. This is going to be 15 plus p is greater than 13. And again, I'll just subtract 15 from both sides. P greater than -2. Open dot on -2, and my arrow to the right. So all we've used in all of these questions so far here, folks, is working with adding and subtracting to undo work within inequalities. We have a story problem here. We're told we have a maximum of $15 to spend, so I'm going to make a quick inequality. My max is 15. Everything on the left over here that I spend has to be less than or equal to 15 bucks. That's how money works. We can't go over the money if we only have 15 to spend. So here's my inequality. I've been told I've spent $12.25 so far, or that's what's in my grocery cart. And the question wants to know how much more money, and we're told that's M, you can spend. So I want to spend more, add on how much more, and we'll call that M. There's my inequality. And in part B, I'm asked to solve that. I would just subtract $12.25 from both sides. I would have M less than or equal to $2.75. So that's basically how much more money you have at your disposal, $2.75 or anything less than that, so you don't go over your max. Here's a quick fun problem here for us. This involves a floor plan of a house, and we're told that the consecutive sides are perpendicular, meaning our walls are square here. Our walls are square to each other. It's just the term we use when you go to carpet at home. We're asked to find area, and area of a rectangle, this is pretty much what we're working with, is length times width. So what I'm thinking about here is this. I am going to find the area of this whole shape. So if I found the area of this rectangle that I'm dotting right now, the whole thing, and then subtract out the green rectangle and subtract out the orange rectangle, then I'll have the area of that I'm being asked to find, which is the pink area, which is everything in here. That was my thought process as opposed to adding all the little pieces. So the area of the entire rectangle minus the area of the green minus the area of the orange should give me the area that I need to carpet. So my entire big rectangle is length of 60 and width of 40. So that's 60 by 40 minus the area of the green. I'm just going to go back up in here and erase this so I can see the green a little better. But the green is going to be a length of 20, and this width here is going to be 10. So that's minus 20 times 10. And I also have to subtract off the orange. So I'll erase this now and just look at that orange. That would be 20 here by 10 vertically. So that orange would be 20 by 10 as well. So this would give me 2400 minus the green area, which would be 200, minus the orange area, which would be 200. Total, all in all, is 2,000 feet squared. Now, you might say to yourself, why is that important? Well, as you get older and you actually have to spend money on carpeting a home or doing something to a floor plan, we often find as adults this actually really does come into play. So this is just one way to approach that question, but it's just a fun little challenge for yourself. A lot of ways you could get there as well. So go ahead and get started on your homework. It's in the book. Miss Montgomery will let you know what that is. I appreciate your attention here, and I'll see you all tomorrow.